Remember those Christmas decorations that made your grandma's house sparkle like a winter wonderland? Well, we've got news for you. Most of them have vanished into thin air. In this video, we're unwrapping the mystery of 12 classic Christmas decorations that have faded from our holiday homes. From twinkling treasures to festive favorites, we're diving into the decorations that time forgot. Ready to take a trip down memory lane? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Number 12. Tinsel trees. Picture a Christmas tree that looks like it's been dipped in liquid silver. That's the magic of tinsel trees, these sparkly wonders that took the 1960s by storm. These shimmering giants weren't just decorations. They were a statement. With their space-age look and low-maintenance charm, tinsel trees perfectly captured the futuristic optimism of the era. Remember how they glittered in the light, reflecting the colors of your ornaments and making the whole room feel like a winter wonderland? These trees were more than just festive. They were a glimpse into the future, a time when anything seemed possible. But as quickly as they rose to fame, tinsel trees started to lose their luster. Changing tastes and growing environmental concerns saw these once beloved decorations fade into obscurity. Now, they're more likely to be found in vintage shops than in our living rooms. But tinsel wasn't the only way people added sparkle to their trees back then. Number 11. Bubble lights. If tinsel made trees sparkle, imagine decorations that actually moved. Ever heard of Christmas lights that danced? Bubble lights were once the life of the holiday party, captivating both children and adults with their mesmerizing motion. But what made these twinkling marvels bubble, and why did they suddenly pop out of popularity? These fascinating lights worked like mini lava lamps. Inside each bulb was a liquid that would heat up and start to bubble when plugged in. The result? A mesmerizing display of light and motion that made your Christmas tree come alive. Kids, and let's be honest, adults too, would crowd around the tree, waiting for that magical moment when the bubbles started flowing. But as enchanting as they were, bubble lights had their downsides. They were fragile, prone to breaking, and used a lot of energy. Plus, as people became more safety conscious, the idea of hot, breakable glass on a Christmas tree started to lose its appeal. Slowly but surely, these bubbly beauties fizzled out of fashion. As bubble lights faded away, another shiny trend was ready to take center stage in our holiday homes. Number 10. Aluminum Christmas trees. Just as bubble lights dimmed, a dazzling space-age phenomenon was about to launch Christmas decor into the future. What if your Christmas tree could double as a disco ball? In the 1960s, it practically did. And the reason why might surprise you. Enter the aluminum Christmas tree, a metallic marvel that turned holiday traditions on their head. These trees weren't just decorations, they were a statement. Shimmering in silver, pink, and even blue, they embodied the futuristic spirit of the era. It was like having a piece of NASA right in your living room. But the real magic happened when you added a color wheel. These rotating spotlights cast a kaleidoscope of colors across the tree's branches, turning your holiday centerpiece into a psychedelic light show. Talk about a groovy Christmas. These trees were more than just eye-catching. They reflected a cultural shift. In a time when people were dreaming of moon landings and flying cars, why settle for a plain old pine tree? Aluminum trees were the perfect blend of holiday cheer and space-age cool. But as quickly as they rose to fame, aluminum trees fell from grace. Ironically, it was a cartoon that dealt the final blow. When A Charlie Brown Christmas hit screens, it reminded people of the charm of traditional trees. Suddenly, those shiny metal branches started to look a bit, well, artificial. As aluminum trees lost their sparkle, another decoration was ready to add its own heavenly glow to our holiday homes. Number 9. Spun glass. Remember when Christmas trees wore halos? No, not the star on top. We're talking about a decoration so ethereal. It transformed entire living rooms into celestial visions. But this angelic adornment harbored a devilish secret. Spun glass angel hair was the stuff of holiday dreams in the 1950s and 60s. Imagine draping your tree in wisps so fine they seem to disappear in the light. These delicate strands of glass fiber created a soft, shimmery layer that made your tree look like it was floating on a cloud. It was pure magic. Carefully laying angel hair over branches became a cherished ritual. We'd use it to give our nativity scenes a heavenly glow, too. The way it caught the light from the tree made everything sparkle like a winter wonderland. But this holiday favorite had a dark side. Those tiny glass fibers could irritate skin, eyes, and lungs. Safety concerns quickly clipped angel hair's wings, and it vanished from our holiday homes. As this heavenly floss faded away, another miniature world was about to capture our hearts. Number 8. Ceramic Christmas villages. From heavenly wisps to earthly villages, Christmas decor took a surprising turn. Picture this. Entire towns glowing with warmth nestled beneath your tree. But why did these beloved ceramic wonderlands suddenly lose their magic? These miniature marvels started simple, think paper and cardboard creations. But as the years rolled by, they transformed into elaborate ceramic masterpieces. Remember Department 56? They turned these tiny towns into must-have holiday treasures. For many families, adding to the village became a cherished tradition. Each year, a new shop or tiny church joined the display. Before long, living rooms across America boasted sprawling winter landscapes, complete with twinkling lights and powdery snow. But as our homes changed, so did our decorating habits. Those charming villages that once captured our imaginations. They started gathering dust in attics. Turns out, storing an entire town isn't exactly easy. And as simpler, more modern decor took over, our ceramic wonderlands began to feel a bit outdated. While ceramic villages shrank from view, another holiday decoration was about to stretch its festive spirit. Number 7. Vintage paper garlands. Remember those colorful paper chains that once adorned our Christmas trees? As ceramic villages faded away, a simpler decoration was unraveling. These humble garlands tell a powerful story about creativity, family, and the changing face of Christmas. Picture it. The whole family gathered around the kitchen table, scissors snipping through festive red, green, and white paper. Kids, parents, and grandparents working together, carefully looping and pasting strips to create long, colorful chains. It wasn't just about making decorations, it was about making memories. These paper garlands were more than just pretty decorations. They represented a time when Christmas was less about buying and more about creating. Every loop was a labor of love, a testament to family togetherness and holiday spirit. But as pre-made decorations became cheaper and more readily available, our handmade chains started to break. Busy schedules left less time for crafting, and the allure of store-bought glitz began to outshine our humble paper creations. Now, these once-beloved garlands are mostly memories, reminders of a simpler, more hands-on holiday season. As paper chains were cut short, another shiny decoration was ready to take their place. Number 6. Metal icicles. Remember when Christmas trees sparkled like they were coated in ice? The 1950s ushered in an era of holiday bling that would make even Elsa jealous. But this shimmering trend had a dark side that ultimately led to its downfall. Metal icicles, those thin strands of shiny foil, transformed our Christmas trees into winter wonderlands. They caught every flicker of light, creating a magical, frosty atmosphere that screamed holiday cheer. Hanging these delicate strands became a cherished ritual. We'd carefully drape them over branches, making sure each one hung just right for maximum sparkle. But here's the thing about metal icicles. They were as messy as they were magical. After the holidays, we'd spend hours picking tiny slivers of tinsel out of the carpet. And don't even get us started on the tangles. As environmental concerns grew, people started to question whether all that shiny stuff was really worth it. While metal icicles were being packed away for good, another classic decoration was about to lose its shine. Number 5. Glass bead garlands. Glass bead garlands were once the crown jewels of Christmas trees. These delicate strands, often imported from Germany, added a touch of European elegance to our holiday homes. Imagine your tree draped in colorful glass orbs, catching the light and creating a magical glow. It was like wrapping your tree in edible jewelry. But here's the catch. Decorating with these beauties was no easy task. You had to have the steady hands of a surgeon and the patience of a saint. One wrong move, and you'd hear that dreaded clink of shattering glass. It became a holiday tradition in itself, carefully draping the garlands, followed by the inevitable sound of breaking beads. As families started favoring more durable and kid-friendly decorations, these fragile favorites began to fade away. Now they're mostly found in vintage shops, cherished reminders of a time when holiday decorating was as much about artistry as it was about celebration. While glass bead garlands were becoming a thing of the past, an even more delicate tree was about to ruffle some feathers. Number 4. Feather trees. Picture this. A Christmas tree that looks like it was plucked straight from a fairy tale. That's exactly what feather trees were. Delicate, fluffy creations made entirely from dyed goose feathers. These unique trees weren't just a flight of fancy. They were rooted in conservation efforts in Germany over a century ago. Back in the day, feather trees were all the rage. They offered a guilt-free alternative to cutting down real trees, appealing to nature lovers even during the holiday season. Plus, they were hypoallergenic and reusable. Talk about a win-win. Families treasured these beautifully crafted trees, passing them down through generations. But as time marched on, feather trees started to lose their appeal. More realistic artificial trees hit the market, and people's tastes changed. Now, these once popular decorations are rare finds, cherished by collectors who appreciate their delicate charm and connection to simpler holiday traditions. While feather trees were being plucked from homes, another classic decoration was about to lose its sparkle. Number 3. Shiny bright ornaments. Enter shiny bright ornaments, the quintessential American Christmas decoration of the mid-20th century. These vibrant glass balls weren't just pretty, they were patriotic. During World War II, when European imports were scarce, Shiny Bright stepped up to fill our trees with homegrown holiday cheer. Remember how they caught the light, making the whole room sparkle? Shiny Brights came in every color imaginable, from classic red and green to bold pinks and blues. As the years went by, their designs got fancier. You'd see everything from simple stripes to intricate patterns inspired by the latest art trends. But even these beloved ornaments couldn't withstand the winds of change. Cheaper overseas production and the rise of shatterproof decoration spelled the end for Shiny Bright. Now these once ubiquitous ornaments are prized by collectors, reminding us of a time when Made in America was the hallmark of holiday decorating. As Shiny Brights dimmed, an even older tradition was about to be snuffed out. Number 2. Wax candles on trees. While Shiny Brights faded into history, another holiday tradition was playing with fire, quite literally. What if I told you that for centuries, families willingly brought open flames into their homes during the driest time of year? The story of Christmas tree candles is a tale of wonder, risk, and invention. Picture this. It's Christmas Eve in 17th century Germany. The room is dark, save for the warm glow of real candles flickering on your tree. The light dances off ornaments, creating a magical atmosphere that no electric bulb could ever replicate. But with this beauty came constant danger. Families kept buckets of water nearby, always on high alert for the slightest spark. For generations, this risky tradition continued. The warm, living light of candles was an essential part of the holiday spirit. But as electric lights began to twinkle in the early 20th century, the days of candlelit trees were numbered. Safety concerns finally outweighed tradition, and those flickering flames were snuffed out for good. As real candles faded from our holiday homes, another delicate decoration was also becoming increasingly fragile. Number 1. Blown glass ornaments. Did you know that some of the most prized Christmas decorations were also the most breakable? Blown glass ornaments, with their delicate beauty and rich history, once reigned supreme on holiday trees. But their story is one of rise and fall, from treasured heirlooms to endangered artifacts. What caused these fragile wonders to lose their shine in modern celebrations? These intricate ornaments first appeared in Germany in the 1840s, crafted by skilled artisans using traditional techniques. Imagine the patience and skill required to hand-blow molten glass into delicate shapes. From simple spheres to elaborate figurines, each ornament was a miniature work of art. Companies in Germany and Czechoslovakia became famous for their exquisite designs, exporting their creations to eager American markets. These weren't just decorations, they were family heirlooms, passed down through generations, and cherished for their unique beauty. But as mass-produced alternatives flooded the market, these delicate beauties began to lose their appeal. Their fragility became a drawback in busy modern households, and changing tastes favored more durable options. Now, vintage blown glass ornaments are rare collectibles, reminding us of a time when Christmas decorations were truly handcrafted treasures.